Hello beautiful people, it's Wuraola Olalekan here and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking to you about one habit that has changed my life. I mean it has changed my life and it's about to change yours, okay? In this video, I'll be sharing with you what journaling is, different types of journaling, why you should journal, benefits of journaling, and how to actually journal. So if that is something you're interested in, let's get into the video. Journaling is basically expressing your thoughts, what you have in your head, putting it down in writing. It can be written on a notebook with a pen or digital journaling. Journaling is classified into different types based on the purpose of journaling. So we have prayer journals, we have fitness or health journal, we have food journal, gratitude journal, travel journal, depending on what you want to achieve with the journaling experience or where you are journaling, or you can name it anything basically, but these are the types of journaling we currently have. We have bullet journaling. Bullet journaling, also known as Bujo, is one of the most common types of journaling when you Google search journaling, and it was invented by Carol, who has ADD. I was looking for a system to help him live better. The bullet journaling is basically a system that consists of your to-do list. It can be used for productivity, your time, calendar, event, task. Over time, I've been able to create my own design of bullet journal, like what works for me. And I'll be sharing with you in another video, a very detailed video on my bullet journal system. I basically call it my personal development journal because I have my goals and all other things. Research and study has proved that journaling or expressive writing helps with stress management. An experimental study conducted at Michigan State University revealed that expressive writing can help our brain cool down in a state of worrying. If you're constantly worried or multitasking, journaling is a great way to clear your mind. Worrying takes up cognitive resources. It's kind of like people who struggle with worry are constantly multitasking. They are doing one task and trying to monitor and suppress their worries at the same time. Schroeder said, our findings show that if you get these worries out of your head through expressive writing, those cognitive resources are freed up to work towards the task you are completing and you become more efficient. Expressive writing makes the mind work less hard on upcoming stressful tasks, which is what warriors often get burned out over. There are worried minds working harder and hotter, Moses said. This technique takes the edge off their brain so they can perform the task with a cooler head. So basically, when you're worrying, when you're thinking about so many things, there are so many things happening in your life on a day-to-day basis. It is taking so much space in your brain and you are not able to efficiently give yourself the task, right? But when you write down, you are able to channel your thoughts, you are able to direct your thoughts, you are able to structure your thoughts. You know, when you are worrying, you have so many things you're thinking about. You're thinking about this and this and this at the same time. So you're jumping from this thought A to thought B to thought C at the same time. But when you're journaling, you're able to focus on thought A, express whatever your concerns are about that thing that you have in mind. Go to thought B, express it. Go to thought C, express it. And you have a picture of what is actually in your mind. And as you're writing it, you tend to express yourself more, like you're in a conversation with someone, right? So it's not you worrying, but you expressing your thoughts in writing. And research has shown that it helps you cool down. Usually when I have a very stressful day and I'm back home, that's one of the things that help me cool down. Even scrolling the internet is a lot of work on your brain. So I just take out time, 10, 15 minutes, 2 minutes. You can do that in 2 minutes and just write down what I have in my mind. Journaling also increases your emotional intelligence. When you are writing your thoughts, you are gaining the ability to express, to name, and to manage your thoughts, your thoughts and your emotions. Basically, there are certain times where you feel angry about something and you don't know why you feel angry about it. But when you start writing it down, you start to see, it's like you are doing an inward checkup, but you are writing it. You're not just putting all the workload on your brain, and you're able to be in touch with your emotions. You're able to see why you are reacting to certain circumstances, certain things that happen, why you're reacting or responding that way. As you journal over time, your thoughts become clearer and your decisions become more constructive. Sometimes I like to see journal as your external memory card because your brain was not designed to hold so much information. Every single day, your brain is being loaded with new knowledge, with new information, and you can't remember everything in its detail. So at the end of the day, I like to write certain things that stood out to me, what made sense, that experience you really enjoyed and you want to trap it. You probably took a picture and you just want to relive that experience. It's like taking pictures on your mobile device and then months or weeks or days after you go back and you can relive that moment. You remember what happened that day. Journaling works like that as well. We are not completely relying on your brain to remember every single detail, but you're able to trap certain things that happen to you. I've been keeping journals for over 5 years, I think close to 6 or 7 years. And I go back to journals I wrote 2018, 2016, and I am stunned at what was happening to me at that age and what I was thinking. It's really amazing looking back. So it's like seeing how far I've come, how much I've grown, or seeing certain things that I used to enjoy and I no longer do that. And going back to it rekindles a desire that I once had. When you ease your brain of the workload by writing things down, it helps you become more effective. I noticed that when I am consistently journaling, I am able to make better decisions. I am less stressed. It is basically one habit that has improved my quality of life. Journaling improves productivity. When I have things to do, I write it in my journal. I write my to-do list in my journal. I can see my year at a glance, my month at a glance, my week at a glance in my bullet journal. I'm able to not just say I would remember to do this thing, but I'm able to write it down, either writing it in my notebook and then transferring it to my alarm or to-do list on my phone where I can get notified. But I have it in my journal, and then when I go through it, I can see that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. For example, when I was packing for NYSC, I wrote a list of everything that I needed to pack because I was packing last minute. I was packing like the very day that I was going to camp, and I did not want to forget anything. While going through my notes, I realized things that I had forgotten, or things that I forgot to get, or things I forgot to pack. So that just helps me live more organized and helps me be more productive, and it will help you as well. Journaling also helps you trap your ideas. You know, when you have like an idea, for example, if you're a content creator or you're a business person, or you have certain ideas and you don't want to forget, you can easily pick it up and write in your journal. And as you are writing, you are able to express your creativity. You're able to offload and really write out the different things that come to mind as you begin to write down your thoughts. Now, how do you get started with journaling? Get a notebook and a pen. When I first started journaling, I was using an exercise book. Till date, I still use exercise book. I have several journals, and exercise books are still part of my journal collection. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you have something fancy, that's fine. But anything basic, you don't want to raise the bar too high. Anything that can help you get started, get a notebook, get a pen, and start writing. I have like colored pens that I use because I like to have colors in my bullet journal. But anything that works for you, basically, just start writing. Basically, take your journal around with you. Don't leave your journal at home. Take it around with you. Probably when you're in transit, you're in the waiting room. Instead of having to pick up your phone and scroll, just write out your thoughts. You can journal anywhere and anytime, but you also understand that this is your thoughts, so you want to keep it private. If you don't want people reading your journal, I don't let people read my journal. It's none of your business. It is my personal journal. The same way I don't want people to read my thoughts, except I invite you. I have a conversation with you, right? I don't want people reading my journal. So keep it private, but still take it around with you so you can write when you're on the go. Always put a date to your journal. So whenever you're writing something, put a date to it, such that when you go back to it, you would know when you wrote this thing you wrote. It's very, very important. When you start, you understand, but always put a date to your journals. Journaling basically helps you record, refine, and reflect. So take out time to go back to your journals. It's like a journey, and over time you find out what works for you. In the description of this video, there is a link where I shared some free resources that will help you get started on journaling. I shared some journal prompts and some really fancy things that will help you get started on journaling. If that is something you're interested in, click the link in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like. Drop your comment in the comment section. If you have any questions, I'm so glad to answer your questions. So drop your questions in the comment section below, or your thoughts, or anything you want to say basically, and I would respond. Bye guys, and I'll see you in my next video.